good to see you again. I hope you guys are all really excited for the game tonight. I know I am. Some bad news. It's the first snow of the year right now. It's getting cold and wet and sticky. And before I get into everything and before he loses it, I want to introduce you to someone who makes everything possible here. And no, that's not my secret assistant, but my dog Duke. He is a huge part of everything. He's always behind the scenes, and he really wants this treat, and he loves when his dad talks about hockey and baseball and basketball, but he doesn't like when he's left out of the room because he knocks over my tripod. So, treat for him, and hopefully a treat for us tonight. I better give him this treat. Alright, give me a paw. Oh, good boy. There you go. Okay, go to the side now. Alright, so Duke's probably going to stay in here with us. So, I want to get right into everything. We just have a couple pieces of NHL news, and then I'll go over a little preview I put together for the game tonight of Game 6 of the World Series. A couple pieces of NHL news here, mostly signings. We have Devon Toews. He signs a 4-year contract with the Colorado Avalanche. Kind of upsetting to see him leave the Islanders because I think he was a really good piece to them. Really good puck mover. He was scoring a lot and everything. But the Avalanche pick him up for 4 years, which is good for them, and they have some more defensive depth, even though they probably don't need it. And Chris Tierney extends himself with the Ottawa Senators, 2 years, $7 million. I think a little steep, but Tierney is a good two-way player and was for the San Jose Sharks, and everyone's got to get paid at some point, right? He's trying to find if there's more treats. So, Martin Hanzal retires from the NHL after being in the NHL since 2005. He last played with the Dallas Stars, and he was just coming off a 9-month recovery, trying to make a return after having spinal fusion surgery, and he announced that he wasn't actually going to be able to make it back, that his body can't handle it and it's not worth it. And no blame on him. He was a really good player with the Phoenix Coyotes, a lot of playoff moments that I remember from the 2012 run, and that year against the 2012 too, against the Blackhawks when they upset them and they made it to the conference final. A lot of players have had this surgery in sports, and a few that come to mind was definitely one in the NHL that comes to mind is Nathan Horton. He had it, and he was used as a dead contract to be moved around. But it's a serious surgery, and it's something that a lot of people that aren't in sports, if they ever had that, probably wouldn't have a shot at sports, let alone their normal job. So, congratulations to him on a great career, and he is one of the best Czech players that ever came into the league, one of the top 20 at least, and good for him and happy retirement. Hendrix Lapierre signs his entry-level contract with the Washington Capitals. He's the 20th overall pick in this year's draft, and it's not really surprising to see. They usually sign their first-round picks right away, but assuming that he's probably a couple years away, in my opinion, 20th overall isn't like that range where you have to sign them in their first year of eligibility being signed. But good for him on getting it and getting paid right away. And on a sad note, I'm sure everyone that is paying attention to the NHL and the Edmonton Oilers, longtime locker room assistant Joey Moss, he passed away yesterday, and he had Down syndrome and already outlived his life expectancy. Because of that, with people who have Down syndrome, it's more likely that they're going to develop health issues as they get into their later years. But he was with the Edmonton Oilers from the 1984-85 season, so he was there with Wayne Gretzky. There's a nice picture of Gretzky holding him by the shoulders after a win, and then there's another one where they're standing together as Rogers Arena opened up, and they were all standing together. So it's nice to see that he was able to be with the Oilers for that long, and good on the Oilers for keeping him in the organization as an inspirational piece for them. And it's sad to see him go because he was always there for the anthems, always there for playoff games, and it's real sad to see it. And he's not the only one in the league that they have people in that position that have spots in the sports world, and it doesn't mean, and just because someone has a mental or physical disability doesn't mean that they can't have a role in the sports world, like especially professional sports. And it's, again, sad, and I'm happy that the Edmonton Oilers gave him the chance, and I hope the best to Joey Moss's family. So, on to the World Series tonight, Game 6. The Rays and Dodgers. Are the Dodgers going to win the World Series tonight, or are the Tampa Bay Rays going to force a Game 7? I've written down what I think has to happen for each side to get that done. So, keep it pretty simple. Blake Snell needs to be sharp. He needs to be great. And whether he has a pitch limit or if they're going to see if he's hot and if he's just going to go as deep as he can, he needs to be on. If his curveball isn't showing up right away and he's not locating, I can't see him getting out of a couple innings, because Kevin Cash did that before, where he took him out when he was showing that he wasn't that sharp. So, and especially in a elimination game, that needs to happen, and I'm pretty sure they'll be on it pretty quick if he's not showing up. And Cody Gonsolin on the Tampa Bay Rays, I know it's a pretty big mismatch. He just needs to get some outs. So if he can get, I don't see him going deep. I don't think that's the plan with him. I think they're going to if the Dodgers get a lead and Gonsolin gets a couple outs, maybe a couple innings, they are going to throw everything at them. You might see some players that, even some of the starters going in there. And I know that Kershaw and Buehler aren't available, but anyone else is in play for this game, except Julio Urias. He's not available. But anyone else will be thrown in if they think they can close this out tonight after maybe the 6th inning. Don't be surprised to see some pretty unconventional moves. So the Tampa Bay Rays are 2-0 in elimination games this year in the playoffs. And it's just a stat. It really doesn't matter. But it does show that they can, when the back's against the wall, they can get it done. But when you're getting down to it in the next 2 games, or possibly this last game, you kind of throw the stats out the window. All right. For both teams, the common denominator here is going to have to be that everybody needs to contribute. So whether you're in a slump, whether you're in a hot streak, whether your ERA is bad or you're giving up a lot of home runs, buckle down. The Dodgers need to contribute with everyone, and the Rays need to. So any players that have something going on, they have to figure it out tonight. Not tomorrow, because there may not be a tomorrow for the Rays. So everybody needs to contribute. Everybody needs to be ready tonight and sharp. And that's pretty much it for anything sports-wise right now. I am really looking forward to see if my prediction's going to hold up with the Dodgers winning tonight. But it's going to be an insane game. I'm hoping it's not going to be like a blowout or anything for the Dodgers. I hope it's going to be extremely competitive and we see the hot bats continue to be hot, like Randy Arozarena and Corey Seager. I hope they continue to be impactful, and I hope they make tonight's game one to remember. And I just wanted to quickly recognize, got a few subscribers in the last few days. It's up to 27 now. It'd be really nice to hit 30 by the end of the week, if we can make that a goal. So if you're just passing by or anything and you really like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. It would really help me out. And just want to thank everyone and the brand new people to the channel. So, all right, that'll wrap it up. Everyone enjoy the game tonight. If you're a Dodgers fan or Rays fan, good luck. I wish the best of luck on your nerves tonight, and I hope whoever's team wins, congratulations to your fans. It'll be awesome to see a World Series for either one of these teams. So, like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the game tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. The next thing is Hendrix Lapierre signs an entry-level contract with the Washington Capitals. I'm sorry, I gotta move this closer. My dog is trying to... Duke. He really wants to be in this.